you anything from Imperial Gold for less than $200, but that's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
And quite a bit below that mark. These stud earrings are darling in your choice of either polished or satin, and we'll give you a closer look at that in a second. But the same story with the price. What you see now, $169.98. It's the last day at this price, and then your easy payment of $28.33. That is available right now as well. So let's talk about what makes each one of these unique between the polished and the satin.
Well, and this over here on my side is where we've got the little bit of the polished and the satin, and you've got all the high sparkle. And what we do is we've got a combination of those really sparkly, glittery diamond cut links. They're going around the border and making the whole outside edging of that marquee shape. But then in the center, what they do is they intertwine and weave in what we call our satin links, and those are the ones that are brushed gold. Those are the ones that they take literally gold and they brush it over and over and over to create that real pretty subtle luster like velvet. And that is, to me, when you do that and then you add sparkle next to it, you really create a nice impact. You create a really great pattern of a design element where you've got two great patterns playing against each other, and it really, really does show up very nicely.
Isn't that interesting that we call these studs, but they move like fabric?
They are, and all of our jewelry is like this. Everything we do, even our rings, are fluid and flexible. We want to show people that you can have another choice in your jewelry. It doesn't all have to be hollow or stiff or hard, and we're really all about the fluid flexible, and I love that because most of us play with our jewelry, and I'm always touching my earrings and playing with them.
I would love on these all throughout the day. You know, somebody's talking to you. I have like little nervous energy things that I do. This would be, I would reach up like Carol Burnett and start rubbing on these earrings anytime something happens. I can see it. But they're so pretty on. I love the look. They're not, even though the size, and I'll share this, 5/8 of an inch by a ½ inch. So they are meant to be a little bit more petite in scale, but because of all of that shine or the contrast between the satin and the polish, depending on the choice that you make, they have a really nice presence.
They do. They're not little, you know, and that's the thing. They do make a statement. Now, even so humid out here that I had to try to figure out what to do with my hairdo today, so I pulled it back a little bit. But that's what shows off your earrings then finally. Otherwise, they're hidden under, you know, our hairstyles anymore. But, you know, the diamond shape, again, is such a fantastic shape for all women. One of the things that, you know, everybody talks about is what kind of a, you know, face shape I have and what earring looks the best. Well, a diamond shape will look best on any face shape that's out there, no matter what your face shape is. If it's an oval, if it's a round, if it's a square, if it's a heart shape, whatever shape you have, they just play off so well. And, you know, I'm always talking about when you first look at Imperial Gold for the first time, and you look at us and think, well, you know, maybe this is where I'll put my toe in the water. This is a great opportunity to do that at this kind of a price. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard you say earrings and rings. Maybe it's not going to be the bracelet that was 22 plus grams of gold. Maybe this is where you begin with the brand. Or I could see if there's a gal in your life who loves Imperial Gold and has been wearing it for years, that you want to gift something to her. And how thoughtful to say, I recognize that you love this brand, and look what I got you to go with the pieces that you already own. She will love this. But you're saving today thanks to that featured price, so go for it. I'll remind you of your choices here. The one that you're looking at right now, that's the satin, and we started with fewer of those.
Satin and diamond cut.
That's right. So satin, because you see what's happening, that inner diamond with those satin finished links, but then you also have a good amount of polish here, which gives you the contrast that makes this a more interesting earring, I think, than were it all satin. And then we have a completely polished look, and so you see all of those solid links of gold. And Linda, we could not say that if it were not true. That word solid and gold is significant.
Well, and this has a great pattern too. So it's got the weaving again of some of our diamond cut links and then the polished bars. So that makes a contrast. You know, At Imperial Gold, we're all about contrast, or you'll see us doing the sparkle, the glitter, the shimmer, the shine, and the flash of the mirror bars and all that. So that's what we do. That's what we're all about.
What you're known for.
Yep, exactly. And the diamond cutting is the best that there is, and you can only do that by hand. And I always like to mention, that you have so many different people when they make and manufacture our jewelry that sit at their benches. All of our jewelry has been touched by many different pairs of hands, no matter what it is you end up buying from us. Not just one person sat at a bench to make anything. It's multiple people doing their job, doing their part as they assemble and get this ready to come out here to QVC. So and we are only here exclusive at QVC. So you will never, ever, ever see us anyplace else in the retail world. And if you ever see anybody when you're out and about at a restaurant or a mall, it's a QVC lady more than anybody.
And it's so funny.
You're running into.
You have such a signature aesthetic.
Yeah.
You know when you see a gal who's wearing Imperial Gold that it is Imperial Gold. So a very special chance to get these home for a featured price, but that will go up tomorrow. And then with a Q card or your major credit card, $28.33 to get them home and start wearing them. And then you continue to pay over time. Linda Ohm, thank you so much for being here. It sure was a pleasure. Take a look, because this chain is also coming up in the show. Now, two choices here between white gold and yellow.